5 space. Alright. Round 2. GenCon Vintage Qualifier with Doomsday. This hand looks great. I'm in. I keep a lot of 7s with this deck. A lot. Basically kept every hand that doesn't just, like, fall flat on its face. We once again could turn 1 Doomsday if we wish. With Days back up. Probably not going to do that into open Scalding Tarn when we have a kill next turn. We do have our mana to give here. We could go Island, Jet, Preordain. Or we could just go Demonic Tutor. Or I don't even know if Lotus is the right call. I guess Lotus is probably better than Dark Ritual. We might still just want to go Island, Jet, Demonic Tutor for Lotus. Opponent could easily have Fluster or Pyro here. As well as something like Negation. I actually think that I might want to just go with, like, Delta Island Preordain. I guess that doesn't help me draw into forces is the problem. If you get Force, it doesn't win you the game because you don't have enough mana on turn 2, 79. So, like, if you get Force of Will here, right, then on the next turn you have Doomsday, and you have counter backup with Daze and counter backup with Force, but you have no way to draw. So getting Force doesn't do anything for you. It's all good. The problem with preordaining is that one of the cards I do want to draw is a Force. So I don't want to lose my blue card. I kind of would like to have Force plus Daze. So I think I'm going to go Jet Island. So I could be playing against Rug, so I don't want to get Wastelanded. Demonic Tutor. And I think I'm just going to Demonic Tutor for I mean, I think there's, like, some value to just getting Ancestral as well. I kind of hate, like, Demonic Tutoring for a ramp spell, but I guess it's pretty fine with what we have going on here. So maybe we just want to get Black Lotus. I don't know if this is right. I'm not going to cast Doomsday, though. I don't think there's a good reason to. I don't know if that was right, by the way. I think Ancestral was something that I was leaning towards, but I didn't think it was. I didn't think Ancestral was right enough to go for it. But I do think that Ancestral makes a lot of sense. I just kind of, like, I really don't want to play Ancestral and get it Pyroblasted for no reason. But if opponent's not making any plays, like, they could be on Doomsday here and we could die on the next turn. There's, like, a lot of things that could go wrong, right? So I kind of want to just, like, don't really want to cast Doomsday here. Seems like a recipe for disaster. I guess we can preordain into something. I don't really know what something is, though. I kind of think we were supposed to go with Ancestral now that the more this game plays out, but I am going to cast Preordain here, I think. I don't really think I'm supposed to combo right now. Street Wraith and a Preordain. I just want another take the rebuy here and just go for one more turn. I'd like to have a force, I think. I think that this demonic for Lotus was really, really bad, if I had to guess. Tundra makes me think I should have played my Lotus so I didn't get Lavinia'd. But it's probably Jeskai if they're representing Pyroblast. So they kept a card but didn't keep a land drop. That's not good for us. Like, we definitely wish we had more counter magic instead of 3 extra mana. So this demonic looks worse and worse every time. Is there any value to just clinging now and trying to draw more cards? I think so. Obviously, I need to hit a blue card for... I mean, like, this pretty needs to be a blue card for force, but it could also be my draw spell. 4 and 5 cards. So we can cast this again, somehow. We've drawn a lot of lands. Alright, with the Tundra, though, I'm not, like, super worried about... I'm not super worried about Wasteland anymore. I am going to play this... Okay, so this is good. This is good. So I have... I'm going to probably play, like, Lotus out now. I'll draw into this Force, and then we'll draw into Daze so that we have Daze plus Force on our next turn. Oh, wait. I don't want to use my Cling, though, because I did use my cantrip. So how much mana am I going to have? I'm going to have 4 mana, 7 mana, 8 mana. So I could go Doomsday plus Cling from my yard. Okay. I think that makes sense. I kind of think I played this game like garbage, but we might be okay. It kind of depends on how much stuff my opponent has in their hand. They have 6 cards. Like, they could easily have multiple counter spells, and we could be not happy. Maybe we're not supposed to keep that Daze on top because we already have Force, and maybe we just... But they're kind of constrained on mana, so I think keeping it is not bad. You're right. Doomsday is gonna shuffle back Cling. Fuck, you're totally right. I can't do that. So maybe we're just clinging at end of turn then. Is this gonna be like an end of turn Ancestral, in which case we Daze? Is that what's happening here? Or a Mystical then? Maybe it's Breach and this is a Mystical tutor? It's a Brainstorm? You might Brainstorm lock yourself? I'm not gonna attack this, I don't think. It's not really high power. I can instant speed Cycle Cling, but that would be... I can't use it as my cantrip off Doomsday, because Doomsday will have already exiled my graveyard. So maybe I'm just gonna cycle this Cling at the end of turn here. And then that way we can look to draw a cantrip. Yeah, I don't think I played this game very well. Right. I agree. I am gonna Cling. I am gonna Cling, I think. Especially if opponent goes for, like, Mystic Sanctuary. So they did Brainstorm into Fetch Land, which is kind of annoying. Am I going to crack the Lotus? I have to, yes. But I think that's also fine. Opponent's got, like, a pretty low hand count right now. Snow-covered island. That's so much mana up. Do I have to? I don't have to, right? I can keep waiting. I can just draw into Daze. Have a ton of mana. I don't really think I need to do it yet. I don't... Like, opponent's either on Jeskai control or they're on, Breach. I guess it technically could be PO still as well, but... How many more lands do I have in my... I only have one more fetchable land in my deck, so... That's kind of less than ideal, but... I'm like a little bit hoping opponent went for like a Mystic Sanctuary so I could cling, but... I don't know. I just wish we had never demonicked for this Lotus. I do think opponent has a Pyroblast in their hand. So like Ancestral would have been a little hard to resolve, but they missed on land drops again after not shuffling again. So odd. They must have like mono counter spells or mono combo cards in their hand. I have 4 Cs, so I have one more fetchable land. I think I'm just gonna wait one more turn. That's a great draw. Okay. So I'm gonna crack this for a Underground Sea at the end of their turn, cling something, try to find a cantrip, and look to go off on the next turn here. I like where we're at. I think we're in a good spot. We have maximum mana, that's for sure. They have 7 cards in hand. Narset is a really bad card we don't want to resolve. What is the best way to combat this? I guess hard casting a Force of Will is my best way to combat this. I think opponent can assume we're on Doomsday on the 3 Underground Seas and the Cling. So I'm gonna go like this and cast this. I really don't want a Narset to resolve. That's gonna make my life difficult. And then I have a bunch of days back up, so... I don't have any more lands, so there's no reason not to just pick one up here. And they're tapped out now, which is great for us. If they force over this, we just keep hitting them with haymakers. So, do we want a second daze? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so they kind of have like nothing left. We definitely want a Doomsday here. I have enough to Doomsday plus Fluster, so I'm definitely going to cling at the end of turn. Try to find a cantrip. I'm just going to hit this Time Walk. And I'm going to get rid of like a bunch of these fetch lands. We just need a cantrip, and then we have Doomsday plus cantrip plus Fluster back up, and we should be in great shape. That is technically a cantrip. Not really, technically, but that does work. Cling does not work as a cantrip because it's going to get exiled, chat. We went over this one. Alright, so there's no reason for me... Is there any reason for me to do this in any particular order? I don't think so. I guess Mindbreak Trap is the reason. So if I want to play around Mindbreak Trap, the best way to do this is just to time walk. Well, no, I need a mana. I don't think there's any way for me to play around Mindbreak Trap besides just going for a rich, like just having a Flusterstorm for it. Yeah, but like, what if they're like? I guess they would have Mindbreak Trap last turn. So here we're just gonna go with the standard pile. I don't think anything matters really. I think you would just wanna play around Mental Misstep and go with Gush. I don't even think you need a Lotus, right? And it doesn't actually matter because we just have the Flusterstorm. Gush, Thassa. Maybe I wanted to like cast Time Walk beforehand so I could put it back in my thing. I'll just put a Lotus anyways, whatever. I don't need a Lotus though. Why do I want a Lotus? Maybe I want to probe them actually. That kind of seems hot. Go with that. Let's go. Pop. I still want Gush first. because I want to make sure that I can't get mental misstepped. Ah, so it is breach. Opponent should definitely have conceded. Okay, cool. Alright, so that was a weird game. Where opponent got stuck on lands, had a bunch of action, but couldn't cast it because they were afraid. They did have a Pyroblast, which we called. And so they went all in on a Narset, which is kind of reasonable. I think it's pretty okay for opponent to go all in on a Narset with force, double force Pyroblast back up. We just also sat on all counters all game. And they like drew like a dead card, right? So yeah, but I think our Demonic Tutor was bad. I think our Demonic Tutor was definitely bad. But besides that, I think we played pretty well. Alright, so against Jeskai Breach, what do we want to bring in? I would assume Mindbreak Trap and Flusterstorm. And I would assume not much else, right? Mindbreak Trap and Flusterstorm. Let's look at our other cards here. I don't really see a reason to play Tasigur. Why would we want Tasigur here? I guess we're against Breach, so we want to be able to attack them. Is this the time where you want Tasigur? Alright, I believe you. I don't really know. I didn't really look up how to play. So, we're on the draw. We probably want to lose like 8 days at least. I don't really feel like we would need Chain for most things. I guess it would stop a Breach combo, kind of, but not really. I kind of like Cling here. Cling seems good. What else would we take out? Is Negation worth taking out? Opponent, I mean, the opponent is a combo deck technically, but is that good? I don't really know. Can we take out Island here? Is it ever reasonable to take out Island here? Or is that like too little lands? I guess we got to play all of our lands last game, so maybe it's not reasonable. Maybe we just go with 2 Dazes and a Chain on the draw. Okay, alright. I mean, that makes sense to me. I did hear that somewhere, that Tasigur is for the... when you don't really want to get under... You don't want to get brain freeze, basically. Alright, let's try this. Let's try 2 Dazes and a Chain. I could get, like, screwed over here and need to be able to chain something. Like, they shouldn't bring in Sprite Dragon, right? That doesn't make sense, right? I shouldn't need a chain for a Sprite Dragon. I can't imagine that they would want to bring in Sprite Dragon in this matchup, but I could be wrong. Let's try this. Yeah, but chaining a Mentor doesn't really seem like the winning play either. This hand seems fine. I mean, my initial version of Riddler Akash had a Brain Freeze in it as a way to PO kill on the same turn. If you were, like, oofed or something, or you couldn't Time Vault, and you needed to win on the same turn. Why do I get a message from every single person who is, like, posting about this GenCon? I don't know why I'm getting, like, 8,000 emails from past times. Was it good? No, I cut it. That is why we cut the Brain Freeze in the challenge winning list. It's because it's completely unnecessary. It's good against Doomsday. So I originally played it because I fucking hated playing against Doomsday in leagues. There was like three Doomsday every league. Oh my lord, I definitely did not need another one of those. I'm pretty sure it's better to Preordain than to Mystical. It might be better to cling than to do either. Oh no. Oh no, chat. I mean, like, technically I want these cards, but I don't think we can keep them because I think we need lands. I'm gonna bottom these. Both of these require us to have, like, lands and spells, which we currently don't have. I definitely wish I had not... I guess if opponent didn't crack their fetch, I would not have been able to cling, so that doesn't really help. I guess I would have been able to Mystical for Ancestral, but kind of a hard ask for my Ancestral to just resolve. I'm not exactly happy with the draws that we just had. Chat told me to bring it in because they were told me it's for this matchup. We're playing against Breach. I believed chat. I know, a dangerous play. An absolutely dangerous play. Now I wish I had my Flusterstorm. Should we Demonic Tutor for a Dark Ritual? It just seems like a bad idea. I know it's for Vengevine. Isn't it not also for Breach because you can't actually combo kill them when they're playing Brain Freeze? I was told this by multiple Doomsday players, Winged. It's not like one person in chat said that. People have said that to me in other capacities. Maybe we just Demonic for Ancestral. I don't know, man. I asked the chat to tell me. I have no idea what the answer is. I am not a Doomsday player. I didn't go ask Discoverin. Why is there Tassiger in your deck? I know it's good in the Vengevine matchups. I've already tried that one out. What is this? You're on Daze. Okay, I didn't put you on Daze. Maybe there's one Daze in your deck. Alright, you fucking got me. You got me. Oh, that was really bad. No land drop from the opponent. Misstep's not a terrible draw. Do I want to cling? Nah, I don't. I think it'll be, it's like a little rough. We can't really just like Doomsday for fun because if opponent just untaps and freezes us, we like hate life, right? I guess we're just gonna go get Ancestral. This might just get rebbed. Which I guess is fine. It's not the worst thing to get rebbed. And start. They definitely have a reb. I don't think my other lines are particularly useful though, right? Like if I go for a Dark Ritual here and I go Ritual Doomsday, it doesn't really seem like a productive line to take. Even though I do have Force plus Misstep. I just want to get Ancestral here. I'm not going to cast Ancestral on my turn, definitely not. Yeah. Pretty awkward. I'm like way too scared to go in. They have probably a pile of counter magic. They could have Brain Freeze. It's like really hard to get the Mindbreak Trap. I've been keeping Cling as the cantrip. It's also like good against like Mystic Sanctuary. I think I am willing to fire off Ancestral here though. Like we match up their Pyroblast pretty well. That just resolves. I didn't draw a land. And I'm too scared now. I don't want to use my Cling because I want to be able to hit. I want to be able to hit an Ancestral, but maybe that's like asking for too much. Maybe I should just use my Cling. I'm like, I really want to hit this on a Mystical, but maybe that's too much. I also am running out of time, so. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think I would rather try to find a land than do that. Alright, I'm gonna definitely cast a Doomsday here. Am I gonna actually definitely cast a Doomsday here? I kind of need one more land. I was like kind of thinking about casting Doomsday and getting it countered. I think it's fine. I'm like a little worried about getting Brain Freezed though. That's what I'm worried about. Like, what if I just get Brain Freezed? This is for, I don't know. It's some kind of breach. I don't think you're allowed to cast it here. But what am I pitching? Am I just pitching like a Street Wraith? At that point, I would rather just cycle my Street Wraith, right? No, because if I have Flusterstorm, I can beat that. Kind of. Not really, though. Alright, this is fine. I don't think second Wraith beats Brain Freeze, no. Oh, I kind of have to ditch a Flusterstorm, right? I guess I can just ditch a stupid negation. Card's really bad. I have to discard 2 cards? I definitely miscounted then. Am I allowed to pitch one of these Doomsdays? Probably. I'm just trying to win in one go. Did I have a land drop there that I just didn't play? I don't think so. I thought I played a land. No, I played a land drop that turn. It's just turn 5 and I have 3 lands? Okay. I kind of wish I had a land drop in play here so that I could Cling. I kind of want to just misstep this. I don't really want this to resolve. I really don't think I can let opponent like brainstorm with 2 fetch lands here. Maybe I'm like going too greedy here, but I really think this is probably a bad thing for us. I think I'm gonna wait another turn though, because I think I'm gonna Cling again. I'd like to hit a 5th land and have double Fluster. Mystical. Maybe I just want to Fluster this Mystical so they can't get an Ancestral. It's like a really not a winning line from me, but I guess I get to eat the Ancestral, but then what if they counter it? I think I'm just supposed to Fluster this. If they want to like daze or something here and pay all this stuff, I think that's fine. I don't. I'm not happy with this, chat, but I don't really know exactly what the better play was. Now I can't Cling, which makes me unhappy. I do want to draw a land, so I'm definitely not going to fetch now. Another Force. Alright, I'm gonna pass again, I guess. I don't really know what my end goal is here. I feel like I'm just bleeding. I guess opponent has 7 cards, I have 6 cards, and I'm up 1 land. and I'm pretty close to my ideal hand to combo kill, but it doesn't feel like I'm winning. Is this gonna be an intuition? Enlightened tutor. Okay. I can try to eat the Lotus and have double force back up. We're just gonna pass. Alright, well, I'm gonna cling. We're running out of time, so... Maybe I'm supposed to exile my Doomsday so I can't get surgically extracted or something. Not 100% sure. I guess I can cling again. I have a lot of mana now, though. I have 2 forces. They have so much mana, though. Like, my Flusterstorm doesn't do anything, right? I'm just gonna pass again. I feel like at some point I'm gonna die, but I just don't... Like, opponent doesn't really want to do anything because they are gonna win if I do anything. I have 1 more cling, so I was gonna get 1 more card, I thought. Is what I figured. That way, if I can try to get, like, double force plus fluster or something. I don't really know. Alright, this is the turn, chat. This is the turn. Sure. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. It's probably untrue. It's probably this one. Another cling. Sure, let's just keep cycling clings. Alright, we got a bunch of cards. Let's just do it. Ooh. Now we can go for consultation on the top. That might be good. I don't know if that's better. Should we now wait and try to find consultation? Like, we could preordain and look for consultation instead. Is that better? I guess if they brain freeze, as long as I don't put a draw spell on the stack, I'm fine. How do I do that? As long as I cast Oracle as my first card, and then gush into things. I don't know. Let's just fucking go. Oh wait, I don't have enough mana to do all the things I want. Let's just cast Preordain then. I just think we're gonna die if we do that. Alright, never mind, chat. We figured it out. New plan! New plan! I hope this works. Never didn't have it. Alright, I have 2 forces and a fluster. I could always Street Wraith into a blue card, too. So I could have 3 forces. Probably should have done that, actually. Opponent has to counter this on the stack. Or counter this on the... Okay, that didn't happen. Alright, I'm gonna Street Wraith. Looking for a blue card. I should have probably... I did not find a blue card. Alright, so now I'm gonna cast Demonic Consultation. This can't resolve if opponent wants to win. We have counters. I don't know if we have enough counters, to be perfectly honest. Like, Pyroblast doesn't work here because I can just go to 0. That's fine. Maybe opponent doesn't know that, which is okay with me. They should definitely have blasted my Thassa's Oracle on the stack. If I get trick bound, I get trick bound. Yeah, opponent should definitely have pyroblasted my my Thassa's Oracle on the stack. What do we got, homie? I'm just gonna name Abandon Hope because it's the fastest, and I'm at 5. If they have Fluster, I get wrecked, right? But if they have like another Pyroblast, I'm fine. I guess I have a backup plan of just Doomsdaying on the next turn. I'm not allowed to counter this Gush, right? 5 mana. Guess not. The real problem is, if this doesn't work out, I probably just die on the next turn, so... Kinda has to work out. The biggest problem is if opponent, like, just flusters my Consultation, I just can't really beat the amount of mana they have, but... Thankfully, opponent Pyroblasted our Thassa's Oracle instead of anything else that they could have done. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it's another Hardcast Force. Oh, it's a Dig Through Time. Oh, it's a Brain Freeze targeting me? Yeah, I don't care about that one. GG's, I got the GG's. Woo! Yeah, all of those resolve. I guess they could have Ancestral. Whatever. Alright, we played the ending sequence there nice, even though opponent gave us the Pyroblast. We had a Fluster for the last one as well. Alright. We did it. That was kind of cool. That felt pretty good. I didn't think that was gonna work. Yo, GG's. That was crazy. I was so scared you were gonna kill me at every point in that game. I didn't really know how to beat Brain Freeze until I finally found Thassa and Demonic Consultation. That was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Yeah, it's like so hard to beat Brain Freeze. You kind of have to do something. Oh, 2 Doomsdays, wow. Yeah, it should be a decent matchup for you as Breach. Breach is like one of the decks that really punishes Doomsday. And there are really not very many that do, but Brain Freeze certainly does. Yep. It feels pretty good to Brain Freeze a Doomsday player, I'm not gonna lie to you. Pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna just fill up with water real quick, and then we'll do something else while we wait for the next round to start. I think the Doomsday deck is just so easy now, 5 space, that you should just play it. Like, I think it's like really broken. I mean, I think the Breach is a good choice though. I do think that Breach was a good choice for today, so hopefully you do well in your next couple matches. This Doomsday deck in Vintage is so easy. All of you, like half your piles are just they're all the same. They're all just Ancestral or Gush into Lotus Thassa. It's so crazy. Everyone thanks me for the Riddler. That deck is really, really bad. It's so bad. Everyone stop playing that deck. It was for the memes. It's for the memes. The deck is not playable. Stop it. I swear. It's so bad. There's so many people playing it. I'm gonna get some water, be right back. I like the way you're talking. Do, 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 do. You could just write them all in one sentence instead of 20. I do that all the time, though. No worries. I do that all the time. So I'm just gonna boot up some Shadowverse while we wait because I just want to grind my quests and the ladder. Maybe I'll play ladder matches. Those are more fun to watch, even though you'll have no idea what's happening because I don't have any idea what's happening. So. That would be really bad, Disco. I really hope they don't put anything before Abandoned Hope. That would probably cause me to die, especially if it was like an Oko level card. No, I'm not buying anything. The problem with this is the last time I loaded this thing up, it tried to download like just gigs worth of stuff. Gigs.